Have you ever thought about really having a podcast and is it worth it? Today, we're going to talk about if you should have one, do you want to have one, and how you can do it. So let's jump right into it. We're on the Coach's Corner and we're shooting an audio one today. I'm going to say it all depends on the time that you have to dedicate towards it. So I strongly believe every coach should have a podcast. The reason for that is the amount of things it can do for you and the amount of, I like to say, reach. Believe it or not, when you have a podcast, it can handle a lot of your social media stuff, a lot of your LinkedIn stuff, a lot of your email stuff. It could also handle things such as your pitches, like you're doing speaking engagements and things of that nature. Now, if you're not speaking things like that, you still could use the podcast for various reasons. My number one reason I'm going to say is you're not chasing the algorithm when you have a podcast. So let's say you have a podcast, it can be audio or video. The thing that happens is people subscribe to that podcast. And when they want to actually hear from you or learn with you, they go to that place, YouTube or Apple or Spotify, Amazon, whatever you use for your podcast. So if they go to that place to hear from you. With social media, it's rare that someone goes on social media to search for you. They usually go on social media and find you by scrolling and things of that nature, which is not bad. But it's not often that they're going on social media to look for you. In a podcast, people are usually following maybe like 10 to 20 podcast shows. If you're one of them, you're going to come up in their feed, right? And you're not fighting the algorithm like you are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all of those things. You're not fighting the algorithm with having this podcast, which is a huge benefit because now people get to learn with you. You get to go deeper. You can offer some of your coaching and things of that nature. So number one would be you're not fighting the algorithm. The second one I would say is you can use it to do various things. You can use a podcast to be put into a course. Let's say you have a course and you want to include the audio so people don't feel that you're not with them during the course. If you have a video podcast, easy way to plug that in there. If you are doing audio only, great way to plug that in there. I honestly learn better just listening than I do watching something, that's the way I learn. So I actually like having the audio because I get to feel like I'm writing as I'm learning and I'm not getting distracted by the video. For me, when I see a video, I start studying the video versus the information. So you can use this podcast for courses. You can use that same podcast to pitch in your speaking pitch deck. They get to hear you. If you have a video, they get to see you. They get to look at your body language, how you present, how you master the crowd, how you hold attention. All that's important because they're interviewing you before you even get there. And if you have that already there, they can go and search that on LinkedIn, all your social media platforms and that nature. For me, I do teach people how to podcast through a 7-day boot camp where we take you from A to Z. We take you from not having it to having it and being able to launch it. And when I first started podcasting, I was never talking about that ever. Like people was finding me on social media, but I wasn't talking about that inside of the podcast, which you should do in your podcast. Talk about your offers, talk about how your offers transform people. We've been able to help over 40 people launch their podcast and get past that episode doom and gloom mark, which is like 5 to 10 episodes. We've helped people get past that. So you can use it to talk about your coaching, or if you're a church, talk about your services, whatever you do or whatever you offer. You can talk about that inside of your podcast. So we got number one, you're not fighting the algorithm. And number two, you can use it for different reasons. Number three, talking about your offers in it. Now, let's just get to the nitty gritty. What does it take to actually run a podcast? First, I would say consider outsourcing all of it except you doing the recording. I help people. I have clients where they literally just record. They send me the episode, we edit it, we upload it, we do all the work. They get to sit back and relax. Now, if you're going to do it on your own, we teach that. If you're going to do it on your own, it is a little different because now you have to record. Most likely you have to make sure you find the time to record. You have to edit it. You have to do show notes. You have to do a title, and you want to choose a title that can be easily searched. If the title can't be easily searched, it's going to be hard for people to find you. You want to make sure that the audio is clean. All of those things are done, and then you're upload it. If you're doing a video one, it's even more work. You got to get a thumbnail for YouTube, your title, your show notes, the editing. You have all of those things that you have to do, and you got to keep doing those repeatedly. So I believe that's why people just outsource all of that. I'm a therapist who I help. They outsource all of that to us. They just record. That's it. They don't even know how to go into the system to do all that other stuff. And they said they don't want to. They just want to record. In a nutshell, a podcast could be really, really powerful. Now, the way to use it on social media, it hits home. On social media, you can use the clips if you're doing a video to put up on all of the sites, social media, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, wherever you want to put it. You can have an app cut it up. OpenStuffs is a famous app that can cut up the clips for you if you don't want to do it manually. So here's my last and final part. Is it worth it? Yes. Can you get a lot of benefit from it? Yes. I also would say it's a great way to repurpose content. I cannot tell you how many times I've taken a big episode and I've made it a smaller episode and uploaded it a different month, different title, different thumbnail. And sometimes the second time it does way better. You can repurpose it in many ways. From a podcast, right? You can make a blog post. You can make an email newsletter. You can make tweets out of it. You can make threads out of it. You can make shorts for YouTube out of it. Reels for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, or whatever ones that you prefer. There's so much you can do with it. I usually tell coaches who feel that they're overwhelmed, just sit down once a week for 15 minutes and record an episode. Outsource the rest. Outsource the rest. The reason why you should do that is because there's so much bang for your buck if you do that. Or you can just keep hustling, doing reels every day and things of that nature. I'm not against either. I think they both have their part, but this episode is about if you should have a podcast or not. So if you want to work with us, Drew, or if you're wherever you're watching this at, you can contact me. I'll have some contact information where I'm at, where we teach people how to podcast, or we tell you to record, you send it to us, and we do all the work that you don't want to do. Be great, guys. I'm out of here.